guys, back in the shop again today. Last night I got a call from a customer, said he was having issues with a Durango. He said he was driving it, violently started shaking, and all of a sudden heard something go bang, lots of noise. It wouldn't drive anymore. So he said if he put it in four-wheel drive, he could limp it back home. I asked him a few questions about it. To his credit, when I asked him how long this has been making noise, he said it's been making noise for like a month. Usually the answer I get is it just started making noise yesterday kind of deal. But yeah, it's not good. I had a look underneath there. This is what we're dealing with, an 01 Durango. And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, it's probably worse than what you're thinking. Because it's bad. It's bad under there. He also stated that the truck is a $1,300 truck, and he doesn't want to stick much more into this truck. So I'm gonna probably ruin his day. But let's get it up on the hoist and I will show you exactly what's going on here. And yeah, you just have to see it. It's unbelievable. It's really bad. If you can't tell, we're missing something. That drive shaft is gone. Kind of beat up the new muffler there. But this is more of an issue here. Broke the tail shaft housing right off it. That's no good. So I think what we're gonna do is try to find a used drive shaft and maybe a core transfer case where we can just get that tail shaft housing off there. Overall condition of this vehicle isn't super good. Brakes don't feel the best. Suspension steering doesn't feel the best. She got leaks everywhere. All right, we'll just call the guy up, see what he wants to do, if he wants to spend the money. I am really surprised it did not hardly touch this fuel tank. I'm really surprised he didn't have the drive shaft. I don't even think he knows that he lost the drive shaft. He just said that he put it in four-wheel drive and it moved, so he took it home. So, wow. All right, we'll see if we can get parts, see how much it is, call him up and see what he says. As you can tell, used parts in Minnesota are really rusty. It took me forever to get my clips out of my U-joints here. Just about every one of them broke, so I had to heat them up a little bit and get them worked out of there. This was pretty rusty too. I think I got it cleaned up good enough. Should seal pretty good on there. This I'm not too worried about because that's outside the tail shaft housing, so that will not ride on the seal, just this part up here. Let's slap a couple U-joints in here, get this thing thrown in, get this thing back on the road. Little plumber's brushes work really good. I use them on battery terminals and stuff also. Works really good. A little pick in here. Make sure our channel for that clip is cleaned out. Really don't want these clips falling out because that's a bad deal. I like to lube these up a little bit. Just makes it easier to slide her in. If you know what I mean. Alright. I just use a vise to get them started here. I'm sure there's all sorts of ways to put U-joints in. This is just the way I do it. I usually take a socket and push it through farther. That just allows me to get this one started without rolling the cap or the needle bearing out of it. Kind of like that. Get our little retaining clip in here. And that is not in all the way. There we go. Down just a little too far. And I just take my socket and do the same thing on the other side. You could use a hammer and kind of beat the crap out of it. Another clip on this side. In there. Once we get the other joint or the other part of the shaft on, I'll just kind of beat these back open again, make sure there's some play in this joint here. You don't want them super tight. So when that's done, I just like to tap on these. It just kind of frees them up a little bit so we don't have any binding. We're going to do it the other way. Put some grease in there. Finish up that back U-joint and then we'll get it put in the vehicle. This guy's out of here. Alright, let's get our newly used extension housing put back on here. Also found this at the salvage yard because parts are discontinued for this transfer case through the dealer anyway. Let's run those suckers in. Couple of ugga-duggas. And Bob's your uncle. Alright, drive shaft going in. Did lube up the splines a little bit. Ooh, she's gonna fit perfect. Like she was almost brand new. Yeah. Fits like a glove.
just like new.
This was a different one for me. I've seen a lot of drive shaft issues and stuff like that, but never one where the drive shaft was not to be seen again. We're gonna take this for a drive and make sure everything's good there. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching.